Hey everybody, Bob Baker with Jazz Guitar today, and we're here with Ted Ludwig. Hey Ted.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and you've got a very special instrument in your hand. It's a Linda Manzer.
Yes, it's actually the blue absinthe, the 18-inch blue absinthe from the actual blue guitar collection, the Chinnery collection.
So what we're going to talk to you about today is a collection of Manzer instruments that's actually privately held by a member of the board of the Archtop Foundation, and the Archtop Foundation is the foundation that owns the blue guitars.
Correct.
And one of the members of the Archtop Foundation's board has this collection of Manzer guitars. And I mean, Linda Manzer is arguably one of the top, always in the top conversation, Luthier in the world for Archtop instruments, well, any instruments really in these days. And I'm going to stop talking and let you tell us about this collection and what's going on here.
Well, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is the actual blue guitar. So Linda built this for the Chinnery collection, and it is an 18-inch blue absinthe. Absinthe is her 18-inch instrument. And she did a few special things on this guitar. First of all, if you notice, she has a more traditional F-hole style on this guitar. And she has, your traditional split block inlays in the fingerboard, and her sort of signature like scroll, with the Manzer, and then the orchid. So this is the one from the blue guitar collection, and it was very, very, very well received by the collector community and the guitar community, so much that it drew the attention of a gentleman who wanted a copy of this guitar. And being that Linda did not want to interrupt the integrity of the actual original instrument, she agreed to make him a guitar, but not a copy. She says, I'll build you an 18-inch blue absinthe, but we're gonna have to change some things in the design. And I'll show you what she changed. You can see this sister guitar to this one. But if you notice, the F holes are much more modern, Jimmy D'Acquisto inspired styling, kind of borrowing from his Centura line of F holes. Right. And if notice, look at the inlays in the fingerboard. I'm gonna try to move my hand out the way where you can see the inlays in the fingerboard are a sort of a modern take on dot inlays. But they have a much more modern take on that. And then this instrument does not have the trap door. So as you notice, the actual Chinnery guitar from the collection has the trap door with the actual sliding door, which completely closes the sound port all the way, making it a traditional arch top and then opens back up. Whereas this guitar, this gentleman did not want that trapdoor feature. Right. But she did, of course, on this one, carry on the orchid and the scroll. Let me try to get some of the glare out of the picture where you can see. So they're both identical in that sense. They both have the orchid and the scroll in the headstock. But we can also notice that there's a little bit of variation in the color. This guitar, maintained a little bit more of its original blue. This one kind of has a little more green element to it. But, and then one other thing, if you notice, and of course players will notice this guitar is completely acoustic. And this guitar has a pickup with volume and tone control on the pickup. So it has a floating Ken Armstrong pickup humbucker.
Can you hit a couple of notes on each of them so we can sort of hear?
Sure. Well, here's the original blue guitar, and I'll play kind of the same thing so we can hear it the same fight. you get an idea how that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then on this one, whoa, gotta get this one in tune. So you can hear the difference on
Yeah.
how that sounds. Is
Yeah.
this one, the other guitar has definitely a bit more of acoustic punch to it. And this one, I guess because she knew she was going to have a pickup on it, she made it maybe a little bit more, prone for less feedback and so forth.
Right. I
So
gotta tell you, they both sound great though. I mean, they really sound
they're
great.
both wonderful instruments. Oh, absolutely. Top shelf guitars. I mean, just incredible.
Hmm.
So
Beautiful.
now the one that's very special to me is this one, because this guitar is the guitar that started it all for me. I played this guitar at the Woodstock show right after I met Linda in 2016. Well, I actually had met her before that, way before that, but we really connected at that show in 2016, and I played this guitar. And this is called the Wildwood. And as you can see with this instrument, there are no inlays in the fingerboard, and very, very minimalistic inlay in the headboard, only just the script Manzer logo
Right.
on a, I'm gonna try to get the glare out of it,
No, that's beautiful.
with a very pretty type of, well, what looks like a burl veneer on the headstock. But what's really, really outstanding is it has gorgeous flame koa bindings.
Mm-hmm.
And in the wood, look at this.
Oh my God.
It has some spalts going on. It's just really, really a wild piece of wood, and that's what this guitar is called, the Wildwood.
Wow.
And he made it completely acoustic. Now I just put some strings on this thing.
Just for reference, are those Tomastic? Is that what we're listening to?
No, these are all elixir strings.
Elixir strings. Okay.
Elixirs, yes, and in fact, all of the blue guitars are strung with elixir
Okay. Good to know.
strings, and I believe they're 12 to 54, 53. I'm sorry, 12 to 53, and the entire collection of blue guitars, along with many of these special pieces that are, through the Archtop Foundation, are strung with those strings.
Excellent.
And they're great for acoustic. So let's hear a little bit of this instrument.
Okay.
You can see I don't really want to stop playing this thing.
That wow. Now I'm hearing a growl. Is there a dog close by?
That's me. That's me.
Is that you?
Big dog when I play. Yeah. This guitar is incredible.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? I gotta tell you,
Which pumps.
that thing is about 15 to 20% bigger than the other two.
I know.
That's amazing.
It's a smaller guitar. This is a 17-inch, which is,
wow.
This is her Jazz Cat style instrument.
Wow.
The Jazz Cat is the 17-inch guitar.
Man alive.
When I played this guitar, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
and then that's what inspired me to talk to Linda and work with her on my guitar, which is the one that we've seen many times.
That's just based on, I'm listening through cans, these are studio quality, cans that I've got on. And I know you're probably working with, maybe the microphone in the computer or something, but I got to tell you, it's a really obvious that that thing that's a monster. Give it a knife, let it fight back. It's ready. You know, it's.
I want to take this one home with me. I
Uh,
really.
I want you to ship it to me.
This is really. I mean, and you know, I love all of Linda's instruments,
Yeah.
but this is good Lord, this thing is incredible.
That is.
Claw in the face. I don't know how you capture that on film, but the bear claw in the face is just
No, it's yeah.
otherworldly.
It's you know, we have enough frame of reference to understand that's a pretty special piece of wood. You know what? Here's the bottom line on all that stuff: is it doesn't really matter what it looks like when it sounds like that.
Yeah, this is an incredible guitar.
That's
I'm going to
unbelievable.
pass this off so we can talk about our next.
Yeah, let's go. Go ahead. Next. Wow.
So this instrument is very unique because it is a 12-string archtop guitar that Linda created for Craig Snyder. Now, the story goes is that Craig was doing some recordings of some commercials and doing a lot of studio work, and he ran into Pat Metheny at the studio. Pat was recording a project, and I want to say Craig had just gotten a new baritone, and he had helped Linda to develop a new baritone guitar. And Metheny saw the guitar, fell in love with it, and then the next day ordered one for himself. Well, in the meantime, Craig was like, well, I need a 12-string. So he contacted Linda and ordered this. He got a 12-string archtop, which was really something totally new for the time.
Wow.
And of course, borrowing from the Chinnery blue guitar, he got a trap door put in, which totally closes it.
Yeah.
And, like that. Very unique guitar. The woods on this thing are just spectacular.
Yeah.
Very high flame.
Look at this. Look at
and it looks like koa. It's a flame.
The tightness of the flame is amazing.
Oh, it's just something.
Yeah.
It's a koa back. It's got an ebony binding with multiple purflings, and I believe that this is. I believe it's like a cocobolo tailpiece. It's very rich.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, ebony does come in. I mean, we're so used to seeing black ebony, but ebony can also.
Oh, it is ebony. I've been told. I'm sorry. It has that kind of orangey.
Yeah,
which really ebony, matches well with the finish.
But we're so used to looking at ebony as black, and ebony also has. I would show you. I've got a guitar here with ebony appointments on it as well, and it's very similar to that.
Yeah, so this is it is ebony, I've been told, and
well, hit a note or two on that. Let me hear what that sounds like.
Well,
is it in tune?
Let me strum it a little bit.
Yeah, that's all you need to strum it. Yeah.
So like. Can't play bebop on this thing.
Well, here's the thing: it's so big that it's over modulating everything, you know.
But I guess you can play bebop on it.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Interesting, but
give us that give us that lick, you know, the one that goes up. You know that original Birds 12-string lick on Mr. Tam.
Oh, I don't know that line. I don't know that one.
Never mind.
But yeah, this is a really spectacular, and you know what's really crazy is that it really has a very acoustic sound, like an acoustic flat top. But it's got that punch that you would expect out of an archtop. Really, really beautiful.
That is unique.
And it has that open peg heads,
I like that a lot.
And that's something.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And I'm digging the color. The color is cool.
Other thing that was cool is on this one, she like did a little variation of her headstock, which normally comes up and just sweeps down. Yeah. But this is an extra little fin, which I thought was just a little extra.
Well, you know, that's why she's Linda Manzer, you know.
Yeah. So I want to show you a couple more.
Sure, please.
This guitar, now, as you know, Linda, I got it. Thank you. Linda did. She did collector series. She's made several. She made 3 arch tops in this series called the Bear.
Right.
The Bear series, which is her sort of. Um, it's sort of a tribute to the spirit animals of the bear, and so she wanted to carry that through her archtop design in the design of her bear archtops. Well, someone asked her if she would be willing to build a bear flat top.
Right.
She made only one, and this is it.
That's so pretty.
This is the bear flat top, and some of the
Wow.
really cool features, of course, is the highly bear clawed top that she
Yeah.
put on it.
Is that 4 inches or is it deeper than 4 inches? That's a big
Uh,
guitar.
no, this is actually a wedge. That's
Wow.
the cool thing there. So the wedge design has to do with, if you can see.
Yeah,
from
no,
this
I can
here.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's narrower where the player's arm comes
Right.
over, and but so that you don't lose sound,
Right.
it's wider. So the top, actually, I believe the back is cantilevered in a way
Right.
where you don't lose any of the air movement inside the guitar. Very ingenious, and it's a design that's been incorporated by many other luthiers.
Yeah.
So, but what this guitar has that's really cool is it's got the bear scratching the fingerboard. You see that?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is very cool.
Yeah, it's got and then it's reaching for these berries
Oh man.
in the fingerboard. Yeah. And then on the headboard, she's got the 2 bears at the stream.
I love her work.
Those are
really
the
do.
2 spirit bears. And then, of course, the back is beautiful flame koa.
Is that what that is? Is koa? Is the sides koa as well? Is it all koa?
As well, absolutely.
Oh man, wow.
And one of the things that I really like about this guitar, well, she put just a delicate little L right here on the steel cap, and then it's and I don't know if you can see this. This might be difficult to see in the frame, but the detail on these tuners.
Oh yeah, they're engraved.
They're engraved with a really almost like a tribal sort of Northwest tribal sort of theme to it.
Wow.
Really spectacular guitar, and I love the large rosette, with the like real.
Yeah, that got my eye immediately. The color combination and that rosette is so striking.
Yeah, and I know she's said in the past to me that that's a real, not to create any puns, but that was a real bear to get that in there, because I know it's a lot of work to bend that wood into the thick pieces that she's putting in there.
No, that's striking.
Now, I'm not an acoustic player. I'm more an archtop guy, but we'll hear what this thing sounds like.
What's interesting is the bass is really punchy, but it's focused.
Very focused.
Yeah.
It's very, and but it still has some beautiful overtones,
Yeah. Wow.
There's some nice rich.
Yeah,
cap.
no, that's pretty amazing, actually.
Those are amongst the finest flat tops that I've ever played. It's the really amazing thing is how versatile she is. That really blows my mind, and I know a lot of other makers too. There are certain makers that are archtop guys, or or girls, I should say, archtop makers, and or flat top makers, but Linda does it all really great. Multiple stringed instruments, harp, guitars. She makes some things that I don't even like these little baby guitars that sound like a
Well,
Steinway.
what is the Picasso guitar is 48 strings, I believe.
Or the Picasso's 42, the Medusa's
42.
52, I believe.
All right, so yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the Medusa was built for a German player named Henrik Anderson.
yeah,
He has the Medusa, and of course, the first Picasso was of course the great Pat Metheny owns that instrument, and I believe he has the largest collection of her instruments at either 26 or 27 instruments. And then there's actually a second Picasso called the Picasso 2 that was ordered by Scott Chinnery. Ordered that guitar.
well, the interesting thing about Pat with that guitar is he actually takes it out to play in concert. I've seen him. I've seen him actually. I don't know if he does every concert with that instrument, but I've seen him in concert with that instrument. It's pretty striking just to see it.
Absolutely.
So, well, all right. So what do you got there?
This is her acoustic nylon string. Now, it's not a classical guitar because it's more of a crossover type instrument.
Right.
So the neck and the width of the fingerboard feel more like what you are accustomed to as for a flat top.
Is it a 7/8 or a 3/4 nut? Is that what it is?
You know, I think it's 3/4 inch nut.
And then is there a radius to the fingerboard?
Yes, there is.
Oh, okay. Well, right then and there.
And and I don't know if you can tell that from this shot, but there is a radius.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. It's hard to tell, but you can tell when you're playing it.
This guitar, of course, has that beautiful rosette that we're always, kind of accustomed to seeing with Linda's guitars. Also, this one has a cedar top.
I was going to say, you can tell. I can see
responsive. Listen to that.
I can see that it is. I can see that it is a cedar top. Yeah.
And then it has a beautiful Indian rosewood back and sides.
Yeah, beautiful.
And of course, it has a slotted headstock like a classical, but Linda still maintained her little, I call it a swoosh.
Kind
of reminds me of the top of a piano, like if the lid's up on a piano. Kind of reminds me of like when you're looking at the silhouette of a piano when the lid's up. That's what it reminds me of.
Gorgeous.
And it's just gorgeous. And the tuning buttons are really special. They have some, I don't know, it's gonna be hard to see, but they have this sort of sparkle effect inside of them. Really cool.
Yeah.
But this is really a sweet guitar. I'll just play a little, just some bossa.
Oh, sure, please. That's big. That's huge. That guitar sounds monstrous. That's really nice.
Yeah, go. It's a nice sound for that, and it's really I like it playing, if you're playing, for bossa nova. I like it for jazz.
Yeah.
Really a wonderful instrument.
You could play that Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin kind of crossover, flamenco-ish inspired, Indian-inspired jazz on that.
I would actually, it may be the Archtop Foundation, even though it's not an Archtop, I could talk them into letting me record an album with this guitar.
Man, that's incredible.
Some more, Brazilian, Latin inspired things. And this would be the perfect guitar for that. It's really incredible.
Well, listen.
And the playability, oh my God.
You're gonna make me crazy, you know that, right?
So I'm sitting here,
all these instruments, like, wow, it's amazing.
I know my fingers are sore all this playing I'm doing.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for showing us those instruments. These are all Linda Manzer guitars, and Linda obviously is in Toronto. That's where she builds, and people that are interested in getting a hold of her to commission an instrument. I don't know what is her waiting list up to now. Is it 2 years
I want
or
to say it's about 18 months,
18
something like
months?
that, 18 months to 2 years. And I mean, Linda's instruments, command a serious price, but they're serious instruments. They're the best
Right,
instruments in the world. I mean,
right.
I'll say this on a personal note. I didn't want to say too much of this, but I personally feel like she's the greatest maker alive. That's just my personal opinion. And I really have connected with her instruments, and am so lucky to have one of my own, one of her beautiful Archtops.
Well, she deserves all the respect that she gets. She's an amazing, amazing artist.
And an amazing person.
She is. She's great. Well, listen, thank you for doing this, and I want to thank the owner, if you will, of these instruments for allowing us to take the tour. Thank you very much for Ted for you giving us the tour of these instruments.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
I want to thank Linda Manzer for being Linda Manzer. It's just, what can you say about that? Check out Linda's instruments, on her website. I'm sure that's pretty easy to Google and find it. And just what a beautiful, beautiful, and she's coming out to the Rocky Mountain Archtop Festival. So is there anything else that you want to add to this before we say goodbye?
Yeah, there is something I want to mention about this.
Sure.
Linda has just built a guitar and she basically, like, she put the rest of her orders on hold for a short time, and she built a guitar to help the people of Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
And she's raising money to send to Ukraine to help aid and folks that are stuck there and folks that need help. And she is going to be donating the guitar to the Ukraine, along with these financial contributions.
If you can get me something about that, a blurb on that, is ASAP, we'll take that and put that in with this video.
Absolutely. I didn't want to mention that until I had
No, I'm glad you did.
It was still in the works, but now it's a go, and the guitar is completed. And from the pictures I've seen, and we can have some pictures to show.
Yeah, as soon as you possibly can. As soon as you possibly can.
We can do that.
Well, I've never seen anything of hers that wasn't spectacular. So I'm sure.
Well, just wait, your mind will be blown when you see what she did on this instrument.
Well, I appreciate it. Ted, thank you very much.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks,
Bob Baker with Ted Ludwig for Jazz Guitar Today, and Linda Manzer's amazing instruments. Thanks again, guys. See you later.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.